everybody, amprepairguy.com, 203-892-4119. We have another Ameritron Al-811 here. So, customer taped the anode caps to the board. I prefer when they're taped up underneath, but this is sufficient. What happens is, this material will could fray, and the anode caps are made out of porcelain. If they whack up against each other, they can end up getting damaged, so you don't want that to happen. And they can also whack the winding on the plate choke. That's the thing in the middle here that supports this board. It has the enamel wire wrapped around it, enamel/magnet wire. So what I'm going to do is make sure all the clips are compressed on the socket, so the 3 pins that actually are active. You have the one grid pin and the 2 filament pins, and then one of these is the grid and the other one does nothing. So it's very important never to lose the grid connection. Some of these newer ones have this resistor. It's a 200 ohm resistor. If I remove the resistor, most of the time it puts the input circuit out of whack, so leave that in there. That was a modification they did at some point, more for the 811 tubes and the 572s. So it's not needed. I always put 572s in. So the SO239s need to be replaced. Here's some of my new PL259. This one has a little bit of grip, but see how this one just slips in and out. So I like it. I have more grip than that. So I'll remove the metal oxide varistor and the gas discharge tube from the rear board. I have to remove this panel, shaft panel back there. I also noticed that the capacitor on the plate side is not turning. You can see that turning right there, but see the reduction drive. So the set screws are loose. So I will line the plates up properly and the knob, put the knob to the right position and fix that. Okay, so I'm going to get to work and get this done. So I'll be back. Stay tuned. So I'm back with the completed Ameritron Al-811. I'll go over everything I did, tighten up on loose connections. I went to untape the anode caps, and this one just popped right off. And I looked at the other, so I resoldered it. You have to be really careful not to let the braid wick it up, because it'll end up being really rigid. These two had cold solder joints also, so I took care of those. I replaced the SO239 connectors. Now they're nice and tight. Don't have any problems there. Compressed the socket clips. Added the gas discharge tubes at the base of the socket there. They're all in parallel, so if any of them were to flash, highly unlikely with 572, but just in case. Someone might, if he sells it someday, next guy might put 811s in, one will most likely flash, so it'll protect his transceiver. Here are the old parts. To the side. It's my boiler in the background. It's cold here tonight. Here are the old SO239s. There's the metal oxide varistor. Looks like it has some damage. And there's the gas discharge tube. And they always put a small, like a short screw base to the plate choke. I've seen where they'll put like a silicone or something on it to stop it from falling out. But what happens is this only catches a few threads. It's like they actually put it on this one. It only catches a few threads, and what can happen is the choke can break at the base, or the screw can fall out. So I always put a longer screw in. So, tested full output on all bands. Got a brand new set of Penta lab tubes. Want to note something. One time, I saw a guy, must have turned it on with the straps laying over the shaft here. This is a piece of heat shrink, like rubber or whatever, and it actually arced. You have to be positive on this braided material, and it actually arced through to the shaft. It was at ground potential. So don't ever turn it on with the straps laid over the shaft like this, okay? I also cleaned the rotary switches, the band switch and input rotary switch with deoxide gold. This already has the bias mod done. I also checked the fuses, has the proper size fuses. Whenever you buy an amp, always make sure it has the right size fuse, right type also. Most amps call for a fast blow. Some of these with the soft start, like an Al-811B or similar, they require slow blow. It's a multi-amp fuse. So I also tightened up on the screws for the gear reduction drive. So this is all set. So thanks for watching. The website is amprepairguy.com. I'll get back on the multi-band amp soon. I'm waiting for a drill bit and some tape. Still isn't here yet, so that's going to be cool. Looks like I'll be putting the stock board in. I'll need that to drive the meters, the stock meters. I talked to Ram Meter about possibly redoing the backing plates on them. So I have like 4 sets of them, so I want to use those meters. I really don't want to build another panel. I mean, make it, have another panel made. And unfortunately, the guy at my machine shop no longer works there, so I can do it up nice with these ones. So the amp should have grid overload and plate overload circuits. Originally had an 8877 in there. They have a fragile grid, so that's why it had that circuit in there, and it has opto isolator, opto isolators for that circuit. So it's like lightning fast. Okay, so thanks for watching. Again, 203-892-4119. If you have an amplifier that you see on my YouTube channel that needs to be repaired, feel free to give me a call. I'm no longer doing work on the FL2100Bs, but everything else you see on my YouTube. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.